Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Ledwell and this is The Inspiration Show. Today on the show, we're going to be having a very interesting chat about creating the best life for yourself. I want you to welcome my guest, Dr. Joanne White. How are you, Joanne?
I'm fine, Natalie. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So so great to have you here. You actually have quite a few different projects going on that I can't wait to share with our community. But before we do that, why don't we start with your story and your background and how you got into doing what it is that you do?
Well, I used to teach children and I used to teach adults, and then I was teaching at Temple University, which is in Philadelphia, teaching at the graduate level. And I think I was inspired by one of my professors because I was actually in corporate for a while. I was an executive director of lots of different programs for children and youth. And I just felt that there was more to do, and I loved watching this person who really enjoyed helping creative individuals and move forward in their lives. And so I decided when I was working at this as an executive director, they actually were changing how they were doing things, and my heart needs to be engaged in whatever I do. And so they really started to change the executive level, and it began to be very different. My position was changed. I then became the executive director of the total services for evaluation, training, and research for the whole facility, not just for children and youth. But again, my heart was just not in it, and I started to do workshops and started to coach people, and I felt that that's really what I needed to do. And I kept seeing this as I was teaching at Temple University as an adjunct. I would see this sign that said, "Do what you do." They were advertising some alcoholic beverage, but and there was a man playing a trombone or whatever, but it was more, do what you do and the rest will follow. And that just kept sticking into my head, almost like a personal message for me. And that's sort of the story. I ended up giving a couple of months' notice because at the executive level I had to, and started to move forward and never looked back.
Excellent. So what's the work that you do now?
Oh, right now I'm an executive producer and host of a TV and radio show called Power Your Life. And I'm still doing coaching and writing, which I've been doing since forever, and loving it. And I'm moving more into some business coaching, and that's also very, very exciting.
Okay. Excellent. So what is it about what you do and the message that you have right now that really blows your hair back?
That blows my hair back. I think the whole idea of power your life, and that's where I think there's so much energy around that for me, and also for the people that I bring onto the shows. It's really about helping people feel empowered, feel that they're right on target with what they need to do in many ways.
Right. It's so funny. I think both of us are being quite popular this morning. Everyone's trying to get to us through our phones and through Skype.
That's
But
true.
that's the thing, isn't it? About really being able to do what it is that you feel passionate about.
I think passion is so essential to that, and that's why I ended up leaving that job, because the heart energy, the passion just wasn't in it. But I think it's passion. You need passion. You can't just go to work or do what you do, and it's like, oh, humdrum or whatever. You need to feel excited. You need to also feel driven in some way, which if you're in the right kind of work, that's what you feel. You're waking up and you're inspired. However, that's not enough. So not only do you need passion, but you also need to have some kind of plan. You could have passion and you could be doing a million and one different things, but you're not focused enough to really move yourself forward. So you have to have a vision, you have to have a plan, and you have to act on it. People could have the most grandiose ideas and decisions that they want to do, that they would love to do to move forward, and yet they're not making it. They're not actually taking that plan.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. So
therefore, they're not letting it happen the way it needs to.
Right. So I suppose the next question is like there's a lot of people who, they understand that they want to do something that they feel passionate about. They want to do something that they feel is maybe making a contribution, or that they feel like they're, of service. But how do they figure out what that is?
Well, there are many ways to do that. Firstly, I say to people, take a look at what you're interested in, because they have clues all along the way. What are you interested in? What seems to come easy to you? Writing has been something that I've been doing since I can remember, writing poems or stories or whatever, and lyrics to songs that I would send in. And so that's something that's been easy for me and fun, but it's also something that I think I'm good at. So figure out what it is you enjoy doing, what it is you're good at, and if you're not sure, ask people who know you, because they'll say, wow, you do this, you design things beautifully or whatever, or you've always written beautiful cards, or the way you cook, whatever it is, okay? However, that's one piece of it. The other thing is, take a look at where you think your talents lie as well. And oftentimes, if there's an area that you're excited about and yet you feel that you're not sure, you maybe feel that you don't have enough information or you need more information, there's nothing wrong with doing some investigation and learning that if you feel that you're being driven in that particular area. And I think that's really very important. Carrying out the plan, envisioning it, dreaming it, thinking about it, organizing it, but executing it, carrying it out is key, because there are incredible people. I always have people say, oh, I have a book in me, or oh, I'd love to write a book. And I keep thinking, well, why don't you? What's stopping you? Because, yeah, there are lots of people who have books in their heads, but you've got to put it down on paper, or a fantastic recipe, or an idea for a business, or whatever it is. You need to be able to make it to execute it, because nobody's going to see your brilliance. Nobody's going to know what's inside of your head unless in some way you put it out there to other people to communicate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the project that you're working on right now?
Well, I'm working on the Power Your Life Network, which is a broadcasting network, and we're inviting people who have videos of radio shows, TV shows, whatever it is, to participate in the network. And also, I have the Power U, capital U, online university, and we're inviting contributors and instructors to be part of that. There are going to be webinars and teleseminars, and that's almost that'll be launched probably in a week or so. So probably, let's say sometime in February, it should really be taking off the ground, which I'm excited about. And I'm doing a lot with business e-marketing. I've been partnering with this fantastic company, and that's a learning curve. But that's interesting, and it's exciting. I think it's exciting to learn new things. No, don't be afraid to learn new things. That's part of wanting to make yourself change or grow. I think we're here to grow and to move forward, and also to love. But I think that part of it is our own self-evolution. So do it, learn it, move forward.
Absolutely. One of my favorite quotes is by Neil Donald Walsh. And he says that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And I'm with you. Like, I think that I'm always wanting to challenge myself and push myself a little bit further and step outside. And, that's what life's all about. Nothing's happening in your comfort zone. It's all the fun's happening outside there.
Right. And being in your comfort zone for a while is great because it's easy, but it's not as fulfilling as, like you say, stepping out a little bit and seeing what's out there and finding out, wow, I could learn this, I could do this, look at these people, and you step back and you say, look what I've done, look what I've learned, and then to share it. To me, it's not just learning it, it's also being able to share it. That's the real exciting part. Oftentimes I'll learn something and it helps me learn it better when I'm teaching it.
So I can see that, like with Power You and with the network as well, that you're really looking to get a lot of thought leaders and transformational leaders together in a very collaborative way, to really help spread a very positive message. So what's your vision for these projects? Where do you see them going?
Well, the vision is it's a network, so it's bringing all these visionaries and leaders and people who are passionate and who have products or programs or services or whatever it is, bringing them together to make to firstly to be a stronger voice, and also to support one another, and also to help other people who are interested in what these people have to offer in many different arenas, to help them grow and transform their lives and do what they want to do and get better at it.
Awesome. Now I know that you have worked a lot with individuals as well. Can you share a story of someone, a transformation that you've seen with someone that's actually been working with you?
I worked with a woman once who was working in corporate, and she was incredibly talented and as a writer, and was making very wonderful money. So, but she was bored, and it was getting, not just bored, she just felt like she was one of many. She didn't stand out. And she really wanted to launch a career in both writing and also in ghostwriting. And the fear was there. It's like, how do I leave this nice cushy income and start out with, and what do I do? And so she came to me to really work through those steps. Help me leave. Help me get the courage, the strength, and the wherewithal to be able to move forward and to redesign or design this new life. And that's what we did. We spent hours just helping her gain the courage and the strength, working out a plan, figuring out what she needed to do, how to let go, how to say goodbye, and how to move forward. And we created a strategic plan, and that's what she did. I also work with someone who I do some hypnosis to, and someone came to me who wanted to do skydiving and was afraid of heights. She said, "Can you help me?" I said, "Sure." And we did some work with hypnosis and past lives, and we worked together very, very briefly, and uncovered a lot of stuff that was going on that had caused the fear early on. And about 6 months later, I get a phone call from this person. I hadn't heard from her since our 3 sessions or so. And she said, "I just want to tell you I went skydiving for the first time, and it was incredible. Thank you." Now, I'd never go skydiving.
I think what I love, what I'm hearing and what I love about what you do is that not only do you have like the practical application of the information that anyone can follow, but you also have different modalities that you obviously intuitively feel like, okay, well, this is what will work with this person. This is how I can help this person here. And so you come from a very holistic point of view.
I think that you got that right. And I do a lot of I sort of do the right brain and the left brain, and I have techniques that really are from both sides that I've learned. Even though I have a PhD, I felt that I needed to learn alternative kinds of ways of healing, and part of that is my own story. I had an injury when I was like in my 20s, and I couldn't walk, and I couldn't sit, and the only thing I could do was stand and then eventually sleep. And I was working at the time standing up, and I couldn't drive my car. I had to stand up on a bus. And long story short, I kept going to doctors, and I kept feeling that they were just treating a part of me. And the injury and the pain that I was in just led me to try to look for alternative ways of healing, to heal myself. And that's what happened. I finally found different ways, different modalities, and said, wow, if this can help me, let's do it for other people, because I'm here to do service.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of us are going through specific things in our life, because I have a lot of friends that do this type of work that are going through some very challenging times. But I think the reason that we're doing that is so that we can teach how to move through these in a way that's going to be empowering to everyone.
Right. You've heard stories about how do you look at like something like this, I would say, was a gift. But the pain and the labor and whatever that I was going through. I felt like I lost a year of my life, really. But what I was going through was a way. I think the universe or my higher power had a way of just saying, leading me in the direction that has really supported me throughout my life, and I sort of live in that place now, more, I think, more in terms of alternative ways of healing and moving people forward. And yeah, you still need the practical, so I like the blending. I think that's what's perfect about it, and it goes together. And I also teach people how to access their intuition and their intuitive powers and their psychic powers. And so it's good to be able to have somebody come in and I say, how are you doing? And they'll say, oh, great. I'll say, no, you're not.
Yeah, that's like a knee jerk. You know, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no, you're not. That's so awesome. Dr. Joanne, it's been such a pleasure having you today. Our time has gone by very quickly. But if people want to find out more about Power You or the network or want to work with you, where can we send them to find out more information and to connect with you?
So right now, the website that's live is docwhite.org or drjoannewhite.com. So go to docwhite.org, and there'll be a lot of information about books and how to contact me, and also people who want to be on the radio show or the TV show. And if you want to contact me and find out more about the Power Your Life Network and the Power You Online University, just email me, Joanne, JOANNE, at docwhite, docwhite.org, and I will respond. Get
Wonderful.
lots of emails, but I love to respond to people. I think it's important.
Yeah.
Thank you. It has been short, but you're wonderful.
Thank you. Now, guys, remember, if you click on the banner to the side if you're watching this online, or underneath if you're watching this on the app, you'll go straight through to Dr. Joanne's website from there. So, guys, please share this video. Get the message out. Share this amazing information. You can do that by clicking the Facebook and the Twitter share buttons on this page. Also, make sure that you leave your email in the box on this page so I can send you the Manifesting with the Masters video e-course. It's actually valued at $87, and I'd love to send it to you for free. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon.